beauty ideals has definitely been something that's been difficult, especially for me as a teenager. I was like very body conscious, very self-conscious. And so I found myself feeling like I'm not necessarily good enough, but I still want to pursue this. I still want to do the blogging. I still want to do the modeling. I still want to be a writer, but not necessarily knowing if it was possible, similar to what Alice was saying. So I definitely can relate to that. I think that we've come leaps and bounds from like the early 2000s and that era of kind of heroin chic, women feeling like they had to look a certain type of way. However, I also feel like there has been some slight regression. I'd say like the pinnacle of like body positivity and seeing more women that just looked like me and were having these incredible experiences was definitely, you know, 2015, I would probably say, to 2018. And then we then entered this very strange time where I just feel like after the pandemic, it's like we've been in an episode of Black Mirror ever since, like just the craziest things happening. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just think I want to be a person who just lives authentically and does what I love to do. And if that means that I'm opening a studio tomorrow and writing a magazine article the next day and on set with a brand the following day, I feel like I should have enough self-belief that I can do that. And that's what I'd like to instill in other people. Like, just go for it. Just do what you want to do, sort of thing.
Oh my gosh, this is so powerful. And I feel like you are an embodiment of that. Like, you're doing that. And it also, in a way, like unspokenly gives permission for others when they see that and they're like, oh, I see myself in her, and look at her going after this, getting this, doing, like, living authentically. Then they feel like, hey, I can do that. Yeah. You know, and it's like paving a way. So I want to honor you for that and like appreciate you for that. And it's so powerful. And you know what you said about confidence and about just going after it is something that I feel is such an important quality. And especially as a woman, I think having that ability to, no matter what the naysayers say, no matter what people say is possible, no matter what people say is like, this is what beauty is, or like, this is what success means, or like, you need to do this, that you have that ability to know what's authentic and know yourself and then take those actions you need to take.
Yes.
So like, have you always been like that? Or is there anything that happened in your life or anything you learned that kind of like supported you to develop that?
I think because as a like child and young teenager, there was a lot of me kind of not going into spaces that I wanted to go into because I was conscious of my body. So it'd be like, I really want to do and join a dance club, but I wouldn't do it because I felt like, but they might make a mockery of my body or my aesthetic or how I look or whatever the case may be. So I was always so caught up in the possible perception, because I'm going to say possible because I can't be sure that people did actually think those things, but the possible perception that people might have of me. And then it got to a point where I was just like, I am bored of this. Like, I'm upset, I'm crying, I'm allowing it to affect me and ruin my mood, and I'm ultimately not doing the things that I want to do. So why am I continuing to do this? Like, why am I living like this based on a possible perception? Because I'm not getting verification as to whether those people are thinking that.
Right.
And also, I could attend that dance class, have the best time, meet an incredible group of people and become great friends with them, but I don't know unless I try. So I think I kind of got bored, if I'm completely honest, of being so hard on myself. And that boredom then meant that I was actually like, no, I'm going to be living as authentically as I can. So at 18, a brand manager of a independent plus size brand reached out to me and they were like, we'd like you to be a brand ambassador for us. And I thought it was literally just going to be me writing blog posts or me posting on Instagram. And it ended up being me modeling for their debut swimwear collection. Something that I would have never imagined doing as a girl that was like hiding from mirrors when I was younger.
Right.
And I ended up doing it and I was like, this actually wasn't that bad. Like, this, I think we sometimes create this monster within ourselves of like, this is what everyone's thinking of you. You are terrible. You are awful. And obviously not everyone has that monster, but it comes in different variations. It might not be that you look terrible, but it might be that maybe I'm not the smartest, or maybe I don't have all of the things in life that I want to have. Maybe I don't have access to certain things. It could be anything. It can look different for everyone. But for me, it was body related. And I was allowing this monster to take over my life. And I was just like, this is crazy, because this is not even an entity. This is like something that has nothing to do with me. Other people's opinions have nothing to do with me. So we've got to move on. So that was really like a pivotal time for me. So I pretty much always say like 18, when I turned 18, that was a really pivotal time for me. And then there's just been like numerous shifts since then. You know, I never would have imagined, despite studying journalism, I never would have imagined joining a magazine. And even just on a contributing level where it's not like I'm a full-time employee there, but I contribute every month. I never would have imagined doing that, but I did it because I thought, you know what, actually, this is an experience. If I don't like it, we can stop, but why not say at least I've done it? And I think that's kind of the mantra that I take into life. Like, at least say we've done it. Same with this space. I was like, if I open it and it's not a success, at least I can say I've done it. The lease is for 3 years. We confirm whatever L it is that I have to take on, any loss, and we can say we've done it. And thankfully there hasn't been losses, but it's been an amazing experience. But at least I know that I've done something that I authentically wanted to do. That's kind of where I'm at in life.